People of the internet, it is Multiplier here with a new style of video where basically I just tell you about an amazing resource I found. It's in this case, mixing from the guys at Isotope, and it's just genuinely so good that I thought I absolutely must tell you. Well, yes, this may sound a little bit like an advertisement video like I sometimes do. In this case, it's not. I just love this resource so much I thought I must tell you guys because you're going to find it interesting and useful, and it's going to change your mindset, and it's just going to throw loads of knowledge in your brain, and that is a good thing. So let's get into it. And here it is, mixing with Isotope. Now, this isn't a manual for the Isotope plugins, it's in fact a general mixing guide, so no matter what particular tools you have available, whether it's plugins or built-in EQs, built-in compressors in your DAW, you can read this manual and understand mixing and then be able to apply the concepts and stuff you've just learnt about. It's absolutely incredible. So as you can see, there are quite a lot of pages full of words and pictures. There are 69 pages full of stuff, but it's just amazing. I mean, if I just flick through, so yeah, what is mixing? There is the 4 elements of mixing, so you can see conceptually what's going on, equalization, what is EQ for, principles of EQ, so there's some broad stroke concepts, and then it gives you some specifics like sort of like diagrams, frequencies, and so on. The art of EQ. Next section is probably dynamics. Dynamics, what are dynamics for? So if you're still not quite sure what compression is and why you might use a compressor or a gate or something, read this and you'll figure it out. It's amazing, and it's done concisely in a way you can read and understand. And I just love it. It's amazing. So if you're confused about mixing or just want to sort of understand what mixing is and how you might apply these tools, check out this guide and it will tell you all of those such things. I'm not going to read it to you now because of course you can read it in your own leisure. You could say get the mixing guide and place it on your tablet device, and then you could sort of wander around reading it or sit down and read it somewhere else, not on the computer, and then you can learn all about mixing. You could go to Tahiti and learn about mixing. So book a plane ticket, book a plane journey to Tahiti, and then you can sit on the beach with your Isotope mixing guide, reading, learning about mixing, while at the same time being in Tahiti on the beach. That would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? So you could do that, or you can read it on your computer. You don't have to go all the way to Tahiti if you don't want to. You could read a bit on your computer, have a bit of a practice in your DAW, read a bit more, have another practice, and so on and so on and such forth. But yeah, it's an absolutely amazing guide. I mean, panning. So what is panning for? So you learn about the words, you learn about the broad concepts, and then it gives you some practical examples, specifics. And I don't know, it's just absolutely amazing. As you probably know, if you're watching this video, the whole music production space is a bit of a minefield at times. It can be hard to know what resource should you watch or read about or watch about, however you like to absorb information. So it's nice to know that you can rely on a particular resource, and one such resource, at least for mixing, if you like reading your tutorials and your knowledge, is this particular one from Isotope. As I say, I will include a link below in the description. You can click to download or view the particular PDF, which is just a way you can look at it. But it's just absolutely fantastic. As you can probably tell, I'm kind of running out of superlatives, learning words with multiplier. I'm running out of superlatives and stuff to say about this because it's just amazing. So what I'm going to say now is it's amazing, and you should check it out if you want to improve your knowledge of mixing, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or even an advanced user of music production, however you would describe your knowledge. So yeah, let's have a quick look through the contents because I've just been flicking through all willy-nilly. So it's what is mixing? So the 4 elements of mixing. So that's the general approach to things. Equalization, dynamics, which is compression and gating and limiting, I suppose, technically, which is a form of compression, but they'll tell you all about that in dynamics. And then panning and stereo imaging, so stereo width and all that sort of fun stuff, mid-side processing, but loads of good stuff here. Time-based effects, why you might use a time-based effect. Distortion, which is saturation or coloring or driving or harmonic exciting, whatever you want to call it. There's a section on that. And then even some workflow sort of, I've said sort of a lot of times in this video, workflow concepts before starting your mix. Discussing goals with the client, listening to the rough, where to begin, and then mixing an action verb, mixing drums, bass, guitars. So yes, this applies to EDM just as much as normal music with instruments like guitars, pianos, and all that sort of fun stuff. So it's just a multi-purpose mixing guide. Multiplier providing multi-purpose, not to work at all. And then finishing your mix section, printing alternative mix systems, literally, and there's even a summary as well. So crikey, I'm losing my voice, but there's a summary section. That's amazing too. There's even more tips from the pros, crikey, and even some additional appendices even. Appendix A, get set up for mixing, software sound. So it's just a knowledge explosion. That's how I might describe this particular bit. And of course you can tell that they're trying to eventually get you to buy their products. So the idea is they're teaching you mixing through this mixing guide, but at the same time you hear the word Isotope a million times and then you eventually buy their plugins. That's their whole business model. So this is a free guide, but yeah, so it's amazing. And of course I would recommend the Isotope product, but that'd be a whole separate discussion why I love Isotope's products. And yeah, if that hasn't got you excited, then you need to recalibrate your excitement meter. That sounded sarcastic. Genuinely, I mean, hopefully the genuineness of my love for this mixing resource has come through alongside the jokes and stuff. Because, as I say, I do genuinely love this resource. It's amazing. It's got everything you need, but it's also not too long, which is the great thing about it. It's 70 pages, which can sound like a lot, but it covers everything you need. So yeah, do check it out. Do check this out. Even if you think you know everything about mixing, chances are you don't quite know everything, and you'll learn a few tips and tricks. As I say, even if you know everything, and if you don't know everything, then of course you'll just learn loads. And if you know a medium amount, then you'll probably learn a medium amount of knowledge. And that's still quite a lot of knowledge. Don't go to college to get knowledge. Just a callback to a previous catchphrase there. But yes, I will... Got a text message trying to finish the video before the sun goes down or the sun flies into the room and ruins the lighting in here. In case you're wondering, the light might look a bit strange right now because I'm filming this later in the day than normal. So the sun, because of the Earth spinning around the solar system, comes in at a different angle. But that's not important. The important thing is all the stuff I've just told you. Now I'm just jibber jabbering. Up in Multiplier. I will catch you guys. I've lost the flippity flip.